Yeah, that's not the one. But anyway, going on.
To blame for it, so let's let them come here.
You are to blame for it, and let us come here because they seek to please the poor. Yeah, you have to understand that all the gold that you see, all the diamonds that you see, all the silver that you see, all the gems that you see, it's not there. They grinded it out of the countries of the nations that they destroyed, and then they leave you broke and dumb too. They leave you stupefied, and then what will you want to do? Your parents want to have a better life for you because they don't know any better. Then they want to send you to their countries and their schools, the Edomite schools and Edomite countries, in order for you to have a so-called better life so that you can take care of the rest of your family and not live like them, or that you can also take care of them also, but that's another part. They are more, the majority of the parents upon the planet Earth, they're more worried about their children than they're worried about them. What they want is they want a better life for their children compared to the life that they had themselves. So they're going to send you to the caucus schools. They're going to tell you that you're beautiful when you look like a caucus girl, for our people in this case. But they're gonna do all these things because they want a better life for you. They don't want the ship to burn. They don't want the ship to burn because it's a sinking ship. They don't want you to live in that sinking ship, that burning ship. So they send you to America. They send you to Europe. They send you to Australia. They send you to Europe is a continent, so there's many countries in Europe, but not East Europe. They're not sending you to East Europe. They're sending you to West Europe, where the money is more powerful and stuff like that, and the freedom is a little bit better compared to East Europe. I'll tell you that.
And look after them like we deserve to.
Racism exists. I've had some of it myself growing up, and it seems to be getting worse again.
This is
I
Britain.
think she's from India. She looks like she's from India.
I've had some of it myself growing up, and it seems to be getting worse again.
This is Britain. This is where we want to be. Look on that side. All basically white men and women standing together, being racist together.
Why are you here, Nasheed? What do you feel about Tommy Robinson? He wants to eat him, so he's a big fan.
Really, those men don't make no fucking sense whatsoever. That, you know, one of the more gayer things that you can say upon the planet Earth is tell another man to suck my dick. What are you inviting him to participate in some sodomy type stuff? Yeah, that don't make no sense, man. I learned that from a very like a dope brother actually from America. He's passed away now, but I learned that from him, and I always remember that. I always remember that when he said that, I was like, yeah, you're right, actually. Because when you hear something for the first time, when you hear something often, you don't put two and two together. But when you hear a man of wisdom speak and he says it one time, you're not gonna forget it, Lord willing. You're not going to forget it. I never forgot what he said. And until this day, look, I never normally said it because we don't speak English, by the way. But then, yeah, you hear people say it and stuff like that. But I never really said it. But I know about it, But yeah, telling another man to suck your DIC to the K, so the gayest things you can actually imagine yourself. You think it's disrespectful. That's why back in the 80s and 90s, they wanted to kill you if you said that, because they understood the mechanisms behind that word, like that sentence. They was like, oh, you need to die for that, man. Ain't no sodomy going on around here. You died today, boy. That's how Jake used to react if you said that to him. Until this day, you got them street code dudes and stuff like that, that if you say it to them, you as good as they, you can just run, or you could just. It's a very dangerous thing to say to certain individuals, because they know the meaning behind that word, like that saying, that sentence or whatever. But the reason I'm showing you that also is because what they're doing is this. These are signs of them falling. Romans chapter, and even the people of India are going against them now. They're translating it into their languages because a lot of them don't understand English. A lot of them can't read. That's because of Esau. And if you look at the Persian Empire, they were a very powerful, great empire. And look at them now; they're stupid. That's Esau did that. And then he dumbifies you even more by sending you to their schools. Now you learn about his history, not yours. And when you learn about yours, you learn about the slavery done upon you, or the castrating, you know, the wicked things, the horrible things, in order for you to stay down with the mindset of, wow, they're greater than us. I mean, look at what they did to us and we couldn't even fight back. Instead of making movies or documentaries like, what's his name again? Birth of a Nation. Movie. Birth of a Nation movie. What's the movie again? What a joke. Birth of a Nation. The most right. What the fuck? Birth of a Nation. This one. Not that one. Wait. Let me see something. There's multiple Birth of a Nation movies. Not this one. Let me see. Birth of a Nation. 2016. I forgot his name. I always forget his name. Cast. Nat Turner. I got it. Nat Turner. They speak bad about this movie because this movie, according to them, doesn't represent black women. What a joke. But that's a lesbian female that said that, and she's of course a part of Esau, his thing, trying to bring this movie down and boycott it. So we have our enemies, just like how here the Birth of a Nation silenced black women. That makes no fucking sense, because in slave days you didn't have anything to say, just like how the white woman didn't have anything to say until they was liberated by the elites, Esau, Amalek. So what the fuck? But this shows you that within our midst we have our enemies, and that's the beautiful thing, because this happened to us. They're fighting with Esau against us. The race of women, black, white, are prime motivation, Turner's revelation, while the women themselves are doubly marginalized. So you didn't do any fucking thing. You didn't. You got raped. What would you think? G.I. Jane is a thing? If women are so powerful, how come you don't? How come y'all don't? Yeah, now they're being so-called liberated. Let me see. But how come y'all don't go and liberate them over there? How come they ain't liberated over there? Because women can't do anything unless a man allows you to do that thing. Yeah, they can't do anything. There was a so-called thing going on concerning the oppression of them, oppression of women in Middle East. 2025. What was that again? Yeah, world must not turn a blind eye to the trampling of women's right, women oppression and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the window into oppression. The Taliban's. Oh yeah, that's what it was. In 2025, right? It says here, a window into oppression. The Taliban's latest assault on women's right. Because now that the Taliban have taken over that whole region that Esau liberated to a certain degree, liberated into dummyism. Then they came and started to put rules down, but their rules is just wicked. They're not going according to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai type of rules. They're doing it just just extreme. That's just too much. But anyway, because the scripture also explains to you, do not be jealous of the wife of thy bosom. So they're coming up with some crazy stuff, man. Like, you know, but you can look up their laws and stuff like that, and you will see, like, no, that's not righteous. That's satanic. But anyway, so yeah, my point is, if these women are so powerful, how come they don't free themselves? Why do they need men from the United Nations and all that type of stuff like that? Why do they need them? I mean, you could save yourself, right? It's just madness. Everybody knows that a woman cannot save herself. You know, you have individual women that, you know, might kill a man or something like that, but you're not gonna do that in bulk, like a whole land of women. Everybody would be pregnant by the end of that war, you know, against your will, by the way. Anyway, let me wrap it up.
This
The thing is, he's against it. I am for it. I don't dislike him for that. I don't hate him for that. I don't like what he's saying out of his mouth, but he don't know, man. He's just an entertainer to me. I just laugh, and he gives up good videos like this one, for example, right? He gives a lot of good videos, so I just see past that. He don't know. And when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. He's going to rejoice once the Israelites are in rulership. But now he thinks he's actually having a good time. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that the kingdom under the Israelites are going to be better. So here you have our women fighting against us in 2016, you know, concerning how we portrayed the so-called black woman in the slave days, which is an accurate depiction of what you had. I mean, white women didn't even have liberation. They didn't here, 1965. Come on, man. You think a black female would get fucking liberated, man? That's not the truth. You're lying to yourself. And these black females are lying to themselves. I talked to my my female niece like a while ago, and she was talking about that women are able to fight it. Oh man, this is bullshit, man. I was like, what the fuck? Who taught you this, man? And then I gave her an example, like, so what is the last time in history that women took up arms and fought against men and fought for their own rights and won? It doesn't exist. Even the island of Lesbos with the Edomites, that wasn't a resistance. That was a fleeing. They fled to the island, and then they call it the island of Lesbos. Nowadays they call it this word over here, which is the land of women and all that. They're all lesbians, but they have daughters though. Where did they get the daughters from? They get the daughters from the so-called gods and stuff like that, with Zeus, for example, because she's a daughter of Zeus. Wonder Woman is a daughter of Zeus, right? Because Zeus is a so-called black man. So what is Wonder Woman? She's actually a Jake woman, a so-called black woman, because Zeus was called an Ethiop, and the word Ethiop means burnt face. So the people of Cush, they're now called Ethiopians, but they're not Ethiopians. Ethiopian is not a land. Ethiopian is a word that means burnt face. So who were burnt faces? Everybody that was dark skinned was called an Ethiops, not just the Ethiopians. Right, I was running, but anyway, so yeah, so Wonder Woman and the island of women. She had an island, and on the island are only women. But how come these daughters are being born? That's because black men used to go and have sex with them. The island of Lesbos is a real thing. The caucus the Edomite females, they used to flee their men because the men were beating them, enslaving them, making them breed babies, only for babies, because the men, they used to plow little boys. Nambla is one of their fractions nowadays. Nambla is a North American Boy Love Association. In the Greek thing, it was, they used to sleep with the women for a child, but they used to have boy concubines. I'm here. And also Greek, Romans. The relationship with a concubiness might be discreet or more open. Male concubines, crazy, sometimes attended dinner parties with the man whose companion they were. It was a boy. It were boys. I did a video on that. And then I go into detail, which is a horrible video. I didn't even want to read it, but it's so horrible it couldn't stand on YouTube. And I didn't use cuss words. I didn't call them out a bundle of sticks. Nothing. I just read it. I've read their history. And they flagged it because I read their history. They flagged it because they don't like that. They don't like that. You know, because they're popping little boys. That was a regular thing. And the men, and in order for the men to actually get popped, because they wanted it too, then they would shave themselves. And then other men that had beards and stuff like that, or that which were Jakes, but the other men that didn't. Wait, let me say it different. You had men in their army, the Greek army and also the Roman army. They used to tell the freshmen when they came in, don't shave your beard. And also don't wear perfume. Because they're going to get you. And what do they do right now? It's not just Australia. Here, military cadets raped as initiation, going back to the 1960s in Australia, and also in America. Here, male hazing, most common type of sexual assault in the army. They do that, and not just in Australia. I have done. Let me see. They're like 38 men raped in U.S. military each day, and it's more than that because not everybody's talking. And this goes back to 2012, 14. Here, the survey of 2012 survey shows you that 26,000 women and men have been raped and all that type of stuff. But yeah, they want to keep it up on the women tip. No, they're not doing that. They're doing the men. When you fresh, you come in, they'll harm you. And that is to look, I don't know that fucking I read a few reasons and stuff like that, but that don't make no sense. Well, it does make sense because you can control people and you can make them traumatized and put them to shame and make them do stuff. They did that with buck breaking. Okay, they did that with buck breaking. They did it there too, right? And the act of publicly punishing male slaves, typically by flogging and raping them. That's what they did with the buck breaking and all that type of. So they did it with Jag. They're doing it with each other because they know it is a powerful form of control. They know this. They're geniuses. They study these things, man. You know, they're wicked. They're wise to do wicked, to do evil. Psalms and let me see, in the Russia did it too. What's Stalin? Stalin did it also with the prisoners in that place. I forgot, the gulags or something like that. He did it there too with them, and the Edomites did it also with in the Iraqi here. They did it here too. Children sodomites that Abu Ghraib on tape. They have it on tape. You know, U.S. generals linked to Abu Ghraib, whatever, abuse, because the generals doing it, mutilate detainees, cut your dick off, turn you into a woman, then fuck you, shit like that, man. That type of shit is, man, anyway, they were doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're doing stuff like that. They've been doing stuff like that. They did. You have this movie called Goodbye Uncle Tom. They show you that they do this there unto the Jacob descendant men. They show you that they do it. They show you that they do it to the Jacob descendant boys. They show you what they're doing to the little boys, which is the same thing that they was doing to the Iraqi boys in the time of the war with Iraq. They're doing it. They do it with the Afghanis boys, Afghanistan, in the time that they had the war there. They're doing it to each other in America with the army. They do it there to the little boys, even grown, also not grown. The young adults that come in, even the older adults. They also do it in the NAMBLA thing. That's their organizations and stuff like that. They had one here in the Netherlands. Martijn, whatever. Martin, basically in the English, Martin. It says here, the company or whatever. Let me English this out for you. Then I don't have to translate it myself. Association Martin was a Dutch association that advocated the societal acceptance of pedophilia and legalization of sex relations between adults and children. They have been trying to do this for a long time, bro. And if this is the open one, how about the one underground? Oh, they're not gonna talk about that one. Banned pedophilia association Martin before court. Yeah, it's banned openly, but what about the underground stuff? 1982 and all that there. Whatever, dude. Anyway, so yeah, they're doing stuff like that. So Psalm 64 and 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, so they accomplish it too. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, but Yahweh shall shoot them. But anyway, going on. So it goes in, she's a Jake because her father is Zeus, and she didn't have these miraculous superpowers. That's bullshit. She was stronger than the average black female, caucus female, Edomite female. I'll tell you that. Nowadays they are too, especially if both of them not taking steroids. But if the caucus chick takes steroids and she's being provided top-notch steroids, yeah, she might beat your ass up. And if you didn't know, everybody in the UFC, MMA, boxing, all of them are using some form of drugs. All of them. Some of them are getting caught, and some of them have that type of money, because I saw documentaries, man. They have that type of money that nothing is going to happen to them. Okay, nothing is going to happen to them. But anyway, the Jacob descendant daughters, they were fighting against us here, as you can see here. But there's so many more instances where you can see that they hate the so-called black man, and they're going to pay for that. But Job chapter 20 verse 10, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. What's happening right now with the so-called Edomite females? They are seeking to please the poor. As you can see here, they're fighting for who? For us.
Because we caused the wars, we were to blame for it. So let's let them come here and look after them like we deserve to.
They seek to please the poor. And who are they trying to let back in the country? These dark-skinned people from West Africa that they destroyed their lands. Not only the dark-skinned people from West Africa, the Jakes from West Africa. You also have Hamites in the midst of them. You also have East Indians. You also have Arabian type people, Syrian type people, which is Aram. You have those also. So, but the point is, they're seeking to please the poor. And in America, you have the same thing where these caucus chicks, like this one here, this is America. These Edomite chicks, what they want to do is, they want to fight for us. They want to please us, right?
What is there to stir? Caitlin, I'm not playing this game with you again. What game? What game are we playing? Like, Donald Trump is ruining everything. Why are you guys building a wall? And preventing...
They're fighting for the Mexicanos, which are Native Americans of South America, right? They call it Middle America or whatever. And they call themselves Mexicanos and stuff like that. But they're Israelites, and it's just South America, basically. Middle America, South America, and North America and Canada are all natives, so-called natives, I should say, but they're Israelites. So, but the point is, they're fighting for them. They want them to stay in this land. They want the so-called immigrants to come, because they're not immigrants. They were there before you. But anyway, they want them to come. And this bimbo over here talking about is her country. She's supposed to be free in her country. It's not your country.
someone from moving.
You're trouble.
Like the illegal immigrants, right?
You're trouble.
Yeah, no, they're trouble. You guys don't want illegal immigrants coming to our country that rape people, bring drugs, bring crime.
You did the same thing too. When you came to the Native Americans, what did you do? You raped, robbed, murdered them. You went to Australia, did the same thing with the Aboriginals over there. What? Rape, rob, murder. You went to China, did the same thing. Rape, rob, murder, colonized them. You went to every country up on the planet Earth. In the Middle East, you did the same thing. Raping, robbing, and murdering. You did the same thing to the Canadian natives, so-called natives. You raped them, robbed them, murdered them over there. So you kept on doing the same thing, but now it's turning back on you, and you talking about you're rapists and you're foul criminals and all. You're the criminals, because it was the criminals from England that was cast away out of England that went to Australia, that went to the Americas and stuff like that. And what did they do when they get there? Raping, robbing, and murdering and stealing, all that type of crazy stuff, which is happening to you right now. Beautiful.
Fine, but I'm just here. I'm just a little woman out here.
You're playing innocent. That's why I can't wait for the time to come to set that ass on fire. And they will.
Hands up, don't shoot, right?
I'm just a little woman. You're a devil, but it's all good. Because once that time comes, the Heavenly Father's going to set that ass on fire. With the nuclear fire. But before that, they're going to get that ass fired up too. A different way. But let me go on.
Where's your walking stick, by the way? Where'd you...
My cane? Are you being able? Ah!
Your makeup is beautiful. You did a great job on that.
They're going crazy, but my point of showing, look, Medusa on her t-shirt.
Went viral.
But I love this. You know why? 'Cause they're fighting against each other. That's what I love about it. You know, you have them fighting each other, which is a beautiful thing. So, Job 20:10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth. I just gave you a few examples, because they're talking about that the so-called migrants and immigrants are coming into the land raping them. You did the same thing too, and your sins are now catching up to you, because people are doing the same thing to you. England is fucked up right now, you know, and it's getting worse. It's beautiful that I see it. I can see it. Like, yeah, get him. The Arab, the Elam over there, they ain't playing, man. Oh shit! Once them Elam get together, like Pakistan and of course India, but you have other lands, Afghanistan and stuff like that. You have other lands of the Persian Empire, Iranians and stuff like that. That once they get together and they all the Armenians, they are all up on that Islam tip. They gonna kill you, and they killing them. They hurting them. Well, it's not full out murder over there, but they all killing them. You know, very disrespectfully, like. Anyway, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Yeah, it's going to stick to you, because you deserve it. All the things that you have done, the heathen nations shall do unto you, and then eventually, the end, the Jacob descendants are going to get you. Now it's the heathen their turn, because they're going to be on a carnal type tip. The Jacob descendants are, Lord willing, spiritually waiting for that spiritual power, and then they're going to let loose. Then the Heavenly Father is going to let them loose. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, yeah, by giving you so-called freedoms and stuff like that, he wants to butcher you. Though he spared and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asp within him. He has venom. He had swallowed up riches. He had swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly with a belly punch. He shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. All the wickedness that you have done is going to bite you back, because you're a venom upon the planet Earth. He shall not see the rivers, which represent prosperity, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter, which all represent prosperity and nutrients. That which he labored for shall he restore. All the things that you stole, which is a lot of hard work. If you look at the history of the Edomites, you come to the conclusion like, man, he has done a lot of works. A lot of working murdering, plotting, setting nations against nations, taking time, having patience, waiting for decades upon decades for his plans to be in position, implemented, and all that type of stuff. He's waiting. He passes it on for generations to generations, and it's working. I've seen it like, wow, is he actually putting everything in place? Because the Most High created him like that. He created him to be as cunning as he is right now. He's perfect. Esau is perfect with his demonic, satanic, cunning mind. He's very perfect with it, you know. That's why we, as a Jacob descendant nation, we can't stop him. He's too perfect. You can't stop him. He got the tongue of deceivery. He'll set your mother against you by just giving her, freedoms and stuff like that, which she cannot do, and probably in her own lands. If you from South America or if you from West Africa, you know what I'm talking about. The freedoms that your parents get here, especially with the women that grew up here, you know, not grew up, I should say more like came here when they was 30 years old and now they're 50 or 60. Yeah, a lot of them are actually on Esau's side, because they'll say stuff like, but black people that in those lands, they don't respect me or acknowledge me. And here I have the freedom to have money. I can fix my own house. I can do this. I do that. So Esau gives them these things in order for them to be on his side, and they are. They really are. Because they don't want to go back to the way that they think that they will be in, the position that they will be in, which is not the forefront. You're not the boss. And they don't like that. So Esau sets them up against you, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be. He shall not rejoice therein. So his new world order, he's not going to actually gobble it up. What's the Lord doing? Isaiah 19:1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. Mizraim. Modern day Mizraim is America. And the idols of Mizraim shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Mizraim against the Mizraim, which is the Egyptian against the Egyptians, which nowadays is talking about the Edomites against the Edomites. And they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. So that's what they're doing right now. That's exactly what they're doing right now. They are fighting against each other.
Video, by the way, people loved you.
They're fighting.
I love this game. Where's your cane? I'm so confused. Where your cane is.
This is why Harris lost. Her
Ants.
He's a Trump, guys. I don't mind him. I'm just looking at the stuff that he brings out. And he's funny too. He makes jokes, man. I'll be like, wow, shit, that's a funny joke, man.
Louder.
And then this manly female steps up like straight like a cheat code.
Louder.
Enter. You need to go.
I don't have a video. Okay. We are doing security, and this is the disruptor.
I am security.
No, I am security. You're not security. You're making stuff up. But this is beautiful. They're fighting one another, which is a good thing, because this is how the Jacob. Remember, they're fighting white boys. Don't forget that. Don't forget that part. Don't forget that part. Okay. She's just working, but she's the talker, because the guy is right there having his hand on his hips.
Okay.
Like a hippie.
Fire
Police guy. No, it's not him. Oh yeah, it's him. Oh, I thought it was him. Yeah, but anyway, he has his hands on his hip like a hippie.
I'm coming with the offer.
But anyway, so you can see that who is really in charge. It's like the women. The Most High said, I will make the woman compass a man. I'm not even angry. But I can't watch certain movies. I'll tell you, I can't. I cannot watch certain movies if I see that feminist power. Because it's unbelievable. I'd rather believe a caucus male, and I don't even believe in them, but I'd rather believe in caucus male with his underwear on the outside of his clothing that flies around with superpowers and shooting laser beams out of his eyes. I rather watch that. Furthermore, I enjoy watching that. I don't enjoy watching a chick doing the same thing. Even if it's a black female, I'm not watching. Black Panther 2, I didn't see it because I saw her. I was like, nah, I'm not watching that. It's unbelievable. Look at you. You know how small you look? And if you look big, you look manly? That's disgusting. I want to see you in a different role doing different things. But I know that the Lord set you up. But that doesn't mean that he's with you. For example, Isaiah 10:5, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand, in their physical form hand, is mine indignation. So it is the Lord, right? I, the Lord, will send him, the kings of Assyria and his armies, against the hypocritical nation and against the people of my wrath, which are the Israelites. Against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge, to take the spoil and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Verse 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord had performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and Jerusalem, what work? Well, to tread us down like the mire of the streets. You know what mire is? Mud. So what did he send the Assyrians to come and do? To step on us. To crush, kill, butcher. Right? Verse 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass when the Lord had performed his whole work. What was his work? Beating the shit out of us. Upon Mount Zion and Jerusalem. So after that, I will punish the fruit of the stout, so the prosperity of him, of the tough guy heart of the king of Assyria and his armies, and the glory of his high looks. He's proud. Why? For he said, by the strength of my hands have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent. And he removed us. Yeah, he put us in captivity and all that type of stuff. First Chronicles chapter 5, you can read about that also. But yeah, so just because the Lord sent you doesn't mean that he's with you. So just because the Lord put you over us right now doesn't mean that he's down with it. You're a form of punishment, so that men can be like, God damn, a woman telling me what to do? Yeah, that's what you deserve, because he didn't want the Lord to tell you. So now let a woman tell you. It's fucked up. Well, we got to sit through that punishment then, therefore. You know? Lord, I don't have a problem with especially this. I have no problem with this. Let them. The one thing I don't want is movies. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a woman with superpower beating up dudes and stuff like that. Back in the days, I had no problem with it. Until this day, this is one of my I don't like hard on movie. All these movies are great to me because I don't see no feminine nonsense. I don't see it there. This chick has superpowers. She beating up guys 10 times bigger. I have no problem with it whatsoever. None. It doesn't. No. Never existed one time in my mind that this is that's unbelievable. No, I love this shit, and I don't even like horror movies. So how much more? That's a double effect. I don't like horror movies. Don't watch it, but I love this. I don't watch movies with chick flicks, but I watch this. I love it even. And then you have another one, which is which was the other one again? Which was it again? Wow. What? Wow. Oh yeah, Battle Angel Alita. Oh yeah, and this one, Ghost in the Shell, a movie also. Actually, I love the cartoon better, the first one. The manga, not cartoon. I mean this one. The new ones from Ghost in the Shell from 2000 something. That's a cartoon to me. I don't like that one. This one is a manga to me. Manga is the one that you read, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this one. Sorry, this one. But I'm talking about this one concerning the movie. This one is great, and it's a woman, and I don't care. You see, because and she has like powers and stuff like that. But I love it. I always loved it, and I'm still gonna love it. And until this day, I still love it because I saw it like a year ago. I'm gonna watch it this year again. This one, because I love it. And then you have Lucy. I watched that one too. It's dope. And this one, Battle Angel Alita. I love that one too. Even the new one. How about that? Let me see. Even this one, the new one. There's no feminism in it. There's women with powers and stuff like that. I ain't got a problem with that. I got a problem with the fact that, the bullshittery. That's what I got a problem with. So, yeah. Hey. Well, I hope you understand what I mean with the bullshit, But yeah, this one, I don't see feminist nonsense garbage up in there. I don't see it. It's a woman with superpowers. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. It's a movie. I want to enjoy a movie, not to be spit upon. I don't. I'm gonna give you an example. Why would you buy or go to a movie that is against you as an individual? Come on, man. Why would I do that? I'm not doing that. That's just stupid. I'm not even looking at you. I'm not even looking at that movie. I'm not looking at it because it's not for me. It's not made for me. It's made for a certain type of people, and those are the ones that will enjoy the movie. I'm not enjoying that. Going to a movie just to get kicked in the balls. Why would I do that? I'm not doing that. So, this movie is until this day great, and it will be forever great, because you can't go back and change this movie. You can make a new one and then change that one, and that one I'm not going to watch. This one I'll watch. I might even watch it this year once more. And this one might even watch this year once more. Lucy, I just watched this like 4 months ago. Actually, like 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I watched this one again. Lucy. Watch this one. Oh, it doesn't show here. It's her, Scarlet chick. Anyway, I watched this movie like a few months ago. This one I'm gonna watch again one time. I don't know when. And this one I'm gonna watch this year, Lord willing. And the Resident Evil, I'll watch this one again maybe this year, and I'm gonna watch them in order too, because I got it. I bought it on. I like it so much. I bought this on Blu-ray. How about that? All of them. It was a package. It was like all in one. I think it's all in one. Anyway, I have them individually also, so it doesn't matter because it was very cheap and I bought it in here. But the Blu-ray one, when I saw that one, I took it because I'm from the DVD time, which is not that good quality. So when I saw it on Blu-ray, I bought it again. How about that? Certain movies I buy, the rest I don't buy. I'll watch it on the internet somewhere because you can just find it for free. I'll just watch it. I'm not paying for stuff that I don't want. And I'm not gonna rent it neither. Don't go to the theaters because my television is more beautiful than the movie screens. I know that for a fact. Because if it's Blu-ray, it's more beautiful. So I don't need to go to the theaters. I went a few times just because of the big thing, and I go in the middle of the day when most of it is empty because I like it like that, and then I watch the movie. I haven't done that in a long time, but still, if I was to go to the movies, I'll wait until it's like 12 o'clock after noon or 1 o'clock or something like that, when the theater is not that packed. And I'll go during the week to make it even worse, to make it even less packed, so that I can sit where I want. And I think it's also cheaper too. I'm not sure anymore because I haven't been to the movies in a long time, but still, they're falling. So, and that's the beautiful thing, because they're fighting one another, and their women are fighting against them, just like how our women were fighting against us and are still fighting against us until this day. So they're falling, and that's a good thing, because this is the time of when our salvation is nearer, and this is the time of them falling, and we can witness it. It's documented. I mean, I'm looking at videos right now how they hate each other. This Edomite is against this Edomite, and this Edomite is against this Edomite. So this group is against her, and she is against this group. They're divided. But Esau has many splinter cell groups that are all clashing with with each other, which is a sign of their decline, which is a sign of their destruction. You know, you have the so-called comic world with the superhero stuff. They're fucking angry because they're being replaced by dark-skinned characters, which I love. Like this guy over here. I love watching this guy in all popcorn fashion. He is funny. I hate him because he's a devil. They hate us. They do not you don't have this word in English. Ik gun je niet. No, that's not what it says. I don't think this word exists. Basically, it's like I don't grant you. It's like if you see a person, right, that has something, but you don't want that person to have it. Anybody could have it except that person. That is this word. Ik gun je niet. I don't want you to have it. I don't grant it you. You know? I just refuse to see you have it. Anybody else can have it, but not you, because I hate you as an individual. Well, that's what they have concerning us coming in their world and taking over their place. You know? With the women taking over their superhero characters, because all the male characters are being all the Caucasian male characters are being screwed over, and then they put the white chicks they put the black chicks also, like the above them, but they're flopping. But still, the movies are flopping. And what was the movie again? It was a movie. I think it was this one, The Marvels. What do? They put India, because they've been fucking us over for a long time. This one is England, this one is America, and this one is like, you know, America, but she's falling too. She's replacing the caucus male. But if you can see that they're putting women in powerful roles, but I understand that. That's the scriptures the Lord said. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, thou backsliding daughter? This is talking about the nation of Israel, the men. For the Lord had created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So a woman shall be greater than you, basically. And that's what's happening here. And I'm laughing at that fact, because they're crying and dying within themselves, but they can't stop it. Where's that thing? Yeah, they can't stop it. It's impossible to stop Esau. You can't. Even if you are an Edomite too. That's why it was impossible for the Jacob descendants, even though they know prophecy, they couldn't fight. They couldn't fight against it. The Heavenly Father already prophesied it. And yeah, he set up Esau to rule, to do it for him. And you can't fight. You can try, you'll die. You're 100%, you're gonna die. If you're gonna fight again, you're gonna die. So it's best just to sit back. I don't eat popcorn, but yeah, a figure of speech, just eat your popcorn, man. Just watch the movie play out, the movie of life, the movie of the world. I can sorry, I can see, I think it's a movie. I can see that they put the black women don't even walk like that up on the planet Earth with their hair. Their hair is straight, the majority. But anyway, the East Indian female Elam, they got Jake, and they got Esau. But Esau is replacing the men. That's funny. Of course, they've been replacing us with our females and stuff like that because they put them in a higher seat. And here, but it also represents a lot of things to me. I have not watched this movie. I can't stomach it, so I don't watch movies like this. But I think that with all the laughing that I'm doing, I want to watch it one time. I'm trying. I'm very much trying. But I don't want to have. Yeah, I don't like this type of shit. And female. No, there's feminism shit. I don't like that shit. So I don't want to watch it. But I'll try. Maybe I'll try. You know, you got the woman scene here. Look at these arms. You look cute. You don't look like you're a threat. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't know. I'll try maybe, man. Maybe this year will be the year that I'll try or something. I don't know. But I'm not. I don't look forward to it. I'll tell you that. But I do know that they're falling, and that's what I love. That's what I love about this. They're falling. You know, that's just beautiful. And this guy, he's so hurt. And all of them, millions of these people are hurt. Woke Hollywood and stuff like that. But okay, the last thing before I keep on talking on for hours. You have to understand that they don't grant us. They don't want us to be in their fantasy. They don't want the Black Mermaid. They don't want this. What does it mean for the industry? It means that our people are now being put in the forefront and you in the background, and that hurts you. You devils are hurt. You Edomites are hurt. You don't want that. You want here black characters in Lord of Rings of Power. They don't want it. Why black characters and why black? They don't want you there. They want their white world, and who is breaking it? Amalek, and who controls Amalek? The Most High. Equity, equality, and skin color. But yeah, the Black Mermaid, racist backlash. You have so many. You have Starfire. You have Starfire, you know, which is also, and this superhero roles thing. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but they hate it. Racist fans attack this woman, and they attack her instead of attacking the people that created the movie and wrote her in. They don't do that because they attack individuals. That's how the caucus are. They're stupid devils. Anyway, you have what? An Human Torch. You got this one. Of course, you got even, I don't know if this nigga angry, I don't know. You got even house Negroes fighting it. You know, you had him, but normally he's actually supposed to be a yellow-haired dude and all that type of stuff. But now he's a Jake. I think he even got his comic book, man. Okay. I don't like reading anyway, so, but anyway, what you got here is going this is going on, man. We fighting these devils because they don't want it. They don't like it. They don't grant it you. They don't want you, us so-called Negroes. They don't want us to be up in there. They don't want the Latino people to be up in there neither. You know what I'm saying? Because that's with the Snow White thing. I don't know what she is. Snow. She's not an Edomite. Disney, Snow White. Controversy explained. This one, I don't know what she is. I think she's Latin. I don't know. I haven't. Yeah, she is Latin. They fucking hate it. They hate it. I'm loving it. Because I see that they're falling. And I see the pain that's being done to them. It's to be imagined like this. The Heavenly Father pained us by making us jealous and stuff like that, right? Where is it again? Here then. No. No, then it's here then. No. Did it run me? Yeah. Right. So what he did was he made us feel the pain by making our daughters turn into whores, making our wives turn into adulterers and stuff like that. The wife should be a harlot in the city, and making them whores too. And that hurts. Okay, cool. So now it's their turn to hurt. But Heavenly Father has so many ways to hurt them, boy. But in this case, he's hurting them concerning he's taking their glory, which they can glorify themselves in the fantasy world, fucking them up. You know, it's beautiful to see them cry and hurt and be in pain, you know, gobbling up them tears, just gathering them up and saving them, just to throw back in their face like, how did that taste? You like it? You like it? And they angry because of the cast is being played by or being, how you call that thing, casted or whatever. Disney Snow White under fire for replacing Seven Dwarfs. Replacing how? Because they made this one a Jake. I think they put 2 girls there too. Yeah, these are 2 girls. But because it was the 7 Dwarfs and they were all caucus, they were all Edomites. So the Lord is breaking them, man. He's breaking them. And then later on, because of the backlash, then they changed it. Like, fuck it. We gonna have to do this. But that shows you that they hate your guts so bad. They don't want you in their fantasy world. But I want them there. I want them to fight. I want them to be replaced. Just like how we were replaced. Remember that Elvis Presley is not the king of rock and roll? Well, they replaced us, didn't they? Now it's their turn to be replaced with their own fucking television. Because they replaced us with their commercial television of bombarding, he the king, he the king, he the king. But if you listen carefully, even to Jamie, what's his name again? Ray Charles. The name Ray, the movie Ray Charles. Yeah, Ray Charles. Okay, Ray Charles on Elvis. Here you go. They replaced us, goddamn fucking devils.
Nobody appreciates more different kinds of music than you. That's obvious. But did you feel at the time, in the 50s, early 60s, a resentment of some of the white...
It is a resentment. It's not even a resentment. It's fuck you. You thief. What do you mean resentment? Resentment is like... No. He's using little devil words. A resentment. It's not a resentment. It's more... Yeah, you don't belong here. You're a thief. No. It's not about being bitter. I hate you. You're a devil. You hate our music. You never liked our music. All of a sudden, this caucus male popped up. All of a sudden, now you love rock and roll, and you call him the king. Get the fuck out of here. You know, that's what it is. It's not bitter. What the fuck? They're trying to make it seem like, oh, you're just hurt because you're jealous. No. Fuck. You're the goddamn devil. You're the stealer. You're the thief, and you know this. But you're using these words as if. Now we're supposed to be like an inferior, this is like an inferior type word, like you're lower than me, then you're bitter, you're down, and we're better than you, and that's why you hurt. No. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with you're nothing, and yet you want to make yourself as something.
Performers who were copying R&B stuff and
you are
selling more records than you and your.
You are. Literally, you are.
Contemporaries were.
Why? Because they want to see themselves. They want to see themselves in the music industry because they want to steal your stuff, but look good doing it while looking at themselves. That's the same thing that they do in the movie world also. The fantasy world, I should say, even more actually, because it's the superpower world that's being under attack right now because the manliness, the mighty men of Babylon are being turned into women. And that is hilariously beautiful. Especially when you read the comment board on this guy. Oh shit. If you read the comment board on you see the pure hatred that they have toward Jake and the other nations, the East Indians, they hate them too. Because they're being replaced in their superpower world also as them and stuff like that, going on.
I just didn't.
When I say the Jakes, I mean the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Indianos.
Object to it. I just felt that the music it wasn't that good to care about.
That's good, 100%.
Selling more records than you and your contemporaries were. I just didn't object to it. I just felt that the music it wasn't that good to care about. Now that sounds terrible, doesn't it? But I'm really honest with you. Maybe some
No, it
exceptions,
doesn't.
though. I mean, Elvis was a talented guy.
Well.
Okay.
Okay,
Not
motherfucker.
necessarily. You know better than I.
Yeah.
Let me ask it differently. How good was Elvis?
What Elvis did, he caused a lot
of the populace, if you want to, and usually when people say populace, they usually mean white people, to start listening to a lot of music that
not stop, start. The software didn't catch that good.
normally wouldn't have been listened.
They started this. They start. Anyway.
To start listening to a lot of music.
To start listening to a lot of music
That normally wouldn't have been listened.
that they normally wouldn't have been listened to. He doesn't see people, but he knows. He hears. He knows what's going on, man. And he's not. He's a smart man, by the way. He's not a dummy, as people that can see.
I guess I'm going to lose at least about a third of my fans.
Because he knows that it's white people buying your shit. Who do you think made James Brown rich? Who do you think that made Jimi Hendrix rich? Who do you made that made Michael Jackson rich? It wasn't us. We don't have that type of money. They got the money. So they can make you rich by buying your tickets. Because they love it. And then they want to emulate you. And then when they rise up, then they're going to, it's possible that they could be more successful than you, not because of their talent, but because of they are playing your music, but they look like how they look. And this man is a Jake, by the way, John Jones.